Hey guys, it's been a while and yeah, just been busy with other stuff. But as you can see, I have my snorkel mounted on the Roxor. It sits a bit tall. I might have to trim it down a little bit, but yeah, so it was quite a process. Took me a couple of days, but the whole job, beginning to end, should take about, I would say, 2 hours if you have the right tools. And it's pretty straightforward, easy to figure it out, and you have good instructions from Dirt Legal. That's from where I got the snorkel kit. So you have this outer piece, and then you have a flex hose and a few other pieces that go to attach this to your Roxor. So this is when I got the package. I have my buddy there helping me out. His parents might be getting a Roxor or some other kind of four wheeler or ATV or UTV. I'm not sure yet, but I know they're on the market looking for something. So he likes the Roxor, so he hangs out whenever he gets a chance. Try to spend a few minutes there before school starts the next couple of days. So that's the package. What the content? You can see that's the snorkel kit that you see that's visible outside the vehicle. That's the box it came in, well packaged with generous padding. So we're gonna take out all the components. You have this little template that we gonna use to drill the holes for attaching the black snorkel piece that goes up. So you have the instructions there, and when you purchase this from Dirt Legal, they will send you an email that contains a PDF with all the instructions. They don't have it on their website yet, so yeah. There I think I tried to do a fitment, but
I think it's gonna go
got
like
it
that.
wrong.
What the hell?
That's not where
I thought it was gonna be.
supposed to be.
It might be on the driver's side. Oh no, it will be on that side.
You think so?
What?
Because you have to drill. No, wait. You know what? It will be here. Because you will drill and push it inside, so all of this will be inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that, then it goes inside, and this one will be
That's
right
the
here.
wrong spot. It actually turns out it had to be on the panel that's in front of that. But yeah, we're on the right side, but the wrong spot. And then you have that flex hose that goes on the inside. As you can see, you can compress it or pull it out like an accordion. There you go. Yeah, so this is just checking out the components that came in the box. We found our flex hose, and then you have some silicone pieces that actually there's two of those. I got an extra one. The one I was actually supposed to use is blue, which was in the package, but I ended up using that one, which worked very well. So open up everything. You can see there in the little bag you have some more pieces. So taking out the scoop that sits at the very top of the snorkel. You have the flex hose. And you have that little piece that attaches to the snorkel itself at the very top to stabilize it. It comes with two Allen keys, which you can see right there, which you use to attach some of those fittings. That's to hold the base to the vehicle. Those ones also go to attach the base of the snorkel to the vehicle. So we have everything, on the hood of the Roxor. Just laid out everything to make sure everything we needed is there. Now, just show you a little bit in my engine bay. Here I already have the snorkel installed, so it's kind of going backwards. But you can see how everything came together. I think it looks pretty good. Take a quick peek there. And everywhere where you have two of those two items coming together, you have to put a bead of that silicone sealing material. So that's the airbox right there. I might need a little clamp to hold that piece, that breather fitting tight. Then those ones would hold it to the chassis, to the body of the vehicle. And as you can see, that stuff is quite nasty. It sticks on your hands. This is after washing my hand for a little bit, but I would probably have to go back and scrub. Yeah, it's black silicone adhesive. So I've applied it in all of those spots right there. When you apply it, it kind of overflows when you're done. So I just wipe it a little bit, keep it clean. On this other side of that breather, I don't know about that, but if you look, you see a tiny hole. I don't know if that opens up to the atmosphere. I doubt it, but you never know. I'm just curious. I'll have to probably stick something in there and see. And yep, that's the hose. It gets really close to the alternator, so I kind of pulled it tight. It goes like a slinky, but it stays in place when you compress it. So I compressed it, as you can see, to get it out of the way. That way it doesn't touch the alternator in case I hit a bump or something. So now I got it out of the way. Under my hood is still very busy. You can see I installed aftermarket headlights, and I also have the indicator lights, which are not yet hooked up. So you have all those wires going all over the place. I have the variable tune from Dieseltronics, which is underneath the hood also. So you have a bunch of wires going everywhere, and nothing has really been attached. I'll have to tidy it up at some point. Use maybe zip ties, run the wires, the cables neatly. That's supposed to go on my 2-inch rollover protection system, but I took it out. So yeah, the blue silicone, I used the black silicone in its place, and it worked very well. And those clamps, the reason why I didn't put them on yet is because I needed another set of hands outside to thread those bolts in. So those ones will be for later when I have somebody helping me, or an extra set of hands. So yeah, I noticed also, if you look carefully, that's where you have the grid heater. You see there's oil leaking from there. I have a leak, and from what I understood, is if you have you increase your boost, what's gonna happen is it's gonna start leaking from there because the pressure is too much. And if you look carefully in there, you see I have that boost increase valve right there, blue and red. It's kind of hard to see, but it's deep down inside on the bottom right of your screen. It's gonna be on the center of your screen now. Yeah, so I have that little boost increase valve, which really wakes up your Roxor right there, as you can see. Dirt Legal also carries that part. If you want it, you can call them and then they'll help you out. And I also run a variable tune, and then that's the brain for my LED headlight. Still kind of rough, but yeah, I'll get everything tidied up when I hook up the indicator light. Those are the indicator light terminals, and you have the stock still not hooked up, so those are still projects that are pending. That's just showing you guys around the engine bay for a little bit. I know many guys, when they take out the EGR, they do an EGR delete. It really cleans up the engine bay. Those EGR components, there's just so many of them out there, you know, all those hoses, cables, wires running all over the place. Some of them are for the EGR, and once you delete, then it's really nice and tidy. So that's what the snorkel looks like installed. But before I got to that point, here's what I had to do. So this is the proper layout for the template. It's well mapped out. They actually recommend you cut on the dotted lines. What I did was I just folded the paper on the dotted lines, and it gives you an approximation of where you're supposed to drill. 3.5 inch drill, and you'll be able to cut out the big hole. So that's what the Roxor looked like when it got all prepped up for cutting out the hole for the snorkel. And yep, just a few pictures. And I guess at this point I'll get my drill. Made a big mistake here. I was supposed to drill a little pilot hole and then use that to continue to drill out the 3.5 inch hole. But what I did was I started out and realized the metal was too hard. So I did do that to start with a pilot point, point of reference, and once that is marked, I should have continued just like that. But the error I had here was I did not factor in how hard and thick the metal was going to be. These things are built solid. Right behind where I'm drilling right now, it's actually 2 pieces of metal that are sandwiched. There's no way I would have succeeded to drill through with what I had there. It just wasn't sharp enough. Probably was meant for wood. So I took a bad decision and used the big drill bit to drill the pilot hole, which was not the most sensible thing to do. Reason being that when I used the hole saw and I tried to drill there, that pilot hole was too big, so it was moving all over the place. I could not succeed with what I was trying to do. You can see how hard that metal is. I'm really not going anywhere, not making any progress. Finally I got it after struggling. So with that being said, what I had to do next was to drill the other holes for the fit for the attachment. How that's where I'm gonna attach the snorkel once I insert it in place. So get my drill bit once more, and I drill the top one, and I use the template to mark those areas where I was gonna drill. First one, and the second one. And it may not be exactly perfect. You might have to widen those holes a little bit. That's why Dirt Lizard supplies you with that very large washer. So even if you make the hole larger than you think you need, you'll be able to still attach your snorkel snugly. without it moving all over the place when we drive. Okay, so we got all of our 2 holes done, and then the center one, which I did wrong, maybe too large. So what happened was, when I came back now with the hole saw, and I tried to drill my hole, the thing wouldn't stay fixed. It wouldn't stay at a fixed position. It just started moving all over the place, as you can see. Tried my best, tried the second time, hoping that this will work, but you can see it's just moving all over the place. That's when I realized that that was a bad decision. Also, it was barely drilling any metal. It took out the paint, but it wasn't really deepening anything. So I tried a couple more times, and in the end I had to give up once I realized I wasn't making any progress. Even tried applying pressure, pushing hard on the drill, and still it wouldn't work. Apply a little bit more pressure. No bueno. It's not working. What I did next was I went over to my buddy Brad, got some help, and we had to use a cutter to go through the metal. It's quite thick, and it was really tough cutting through that metal. And like I said, over there towards the rear of the car, it's actually sandwiched, so you have 2 pieces of metal to cut. We did a rough cut, took out that piece, and then used a saw, an air-powered saw, or grinder, sorry, and we ground around to make it smooth. Ended up with a round, nice, smooth hole. That's still very rough, so we used that grinder to go around and smoothing out everything. You can see the 2 pieces of metal there. It's very thick and quite tough to cut through, but thank God we were able to do that. That's still a rough cut, and once everything was out and we were able to saw everything, make it smooth, then we could continue with the install, and from then onwards it was pretty much straightforward. I am really pleased with the way it turned out. It's not yet attached to my windshield frame because I might be going a different direction with my build, but I'll be keeping my snorkel. Thanks for watching.